Hey everybody, this is Jade and I'm joined with Taylor. Taylor is a very successful entrepreneur. She's got multiple businesses, so I would say a serialpreneur. But she's also a marketer, and Taylor is the most generous person I've met. She's agreed to open up all about the back end of Facebook and show you how you can successfully set up and run Facebook ads, but also more importantly, how you can use the strategy to make your ads super successful. And Taylor's speaking firsthand from her own experience. And so she's going to show you live examples as well. So thank you so much, Taylor.
No problem. I'm so glad to be able to share this with everyone.
Awesome. I'll let you start with, I suppose, some of the basics around using the information and the strategies they've learned into starting to use Facebook ads.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think like the first thing that you definitely want to get down packed with your Facebook's ads and your Instagram ads and things like that you run is your branding. I think you definitely need your branding to reflect who you are and what you love, but then also be enticing to your avatar. So personally, my branding is all pink. It's all in like the cursive writings, things that are very in with that millennial age group right now.
Yeah.
And then once you've got that all down packed and you're happy with how your Facebook is looking, you're happy with how your Instagram is looking, then it's time to utilize your avatar in your Facebook ads. So I always say when targeting your audience on your Facebook ad, it is kind of like Tinder, like you're kind of dating. I know it's going to sound crazy. So like you pretty much want to put in like in your idea, like when you're creating your audience, like I always select like you when you go through your Facebook ads, I'll do a video that you can upload for everyone else afterwards where I go through and create an ad. You want to figure out, are you doing this ad, like is the purpose of this ad to get as much exposure as possible and create brand familiarity? Or do you want to get conversions from this ad right away? So with my ad that I ran, whilst I was in Launchpad, I utilized my avatar for my ad. And from literally day dot, I think I messaged Jade 12 hours or 24 hours after I started the ad, and I had spent $18 and had 10 clients booked in for services that ranged from like $60 to $110. So the ad had already converted. Now with that, when you go into your Facebook ad and you start creating your audience, it's going to ask you for the age, and you want to be specific for this. You don't want to do that. It automatically does 18 to 65. Now for me, I'm doing lashing. So it's going to be very uncomfortable for a 65-year-old to lay flat on my bed for 2 hours. Like, unless you're like super fit and like, you got this. But then also I don't want to obviously market towards anyone that's under the age of 18 because they're going to need parental consent before they can have any services done. And that can make things a little bit sticky and a little bit harder. So my age demographic falls from like 20 to like 35. That's where I'm coming in at the moment for the people that I want on my bed. Also because I can, in my conversations with them, I spend, 2 to 3 hours with them for a full set. I can keep that conversation flowing. We grew up in the same age group. We like the same music, things like that. So they're my ideal client and make me enjoy my job. So I first select that age group. Then once you go down, it's going to ask you for your location, and you'll be surprised if someone loves your branding or they love the way you've set it up, they will travel to see you. Like I know you have a mechanic, and I happily will travel an hour to have my car serviced from somebody that I trust. Yeah, I can spend so much money on it. So that's super important as well. So set your location. Then you're going to go down, and there's actually an option to pop in interests. I was explaining to you this to you before. So if you pop in your interests, for example, as eyelash extensions or, air conditioning, or it could be anything. It could be like
whatever your avatar's into. Yeah,
it could be like an LG smart TV. You know what I mean? Like smart TV or something. What happens is when that person searches that on Google, if they select a Facebook or they select a website, so for example, someone looks up lash extensions and they select a website that is Lash Extensions North Brisbane, and they select a website that is linked to a Facebook page, and that is an eyelash extensions page, my ad's automatically going to show to that person because they have an interest of eyelash extensions. They've selected a page that falls under my catchment that I've selected. Yeah. So that works really, really well. And then there's going to be an option that you can tick, and it says Facebook will optimize your audience. So what Facebook's going to do is they're actually going to show, like, I also put in my options, like I put in education, University of the Sunshine Coast, because USC has just opened up around the corner from me. And my ideal avatar is studying because they want to further their career and things like that. So I chucked in University of the Sunshine Coast and any other surrounding TAFEs or universities to target that younger age demographic.
Yeah.
From there, they're actually going to show anybody who falls in my catchment that's studying at uni anywhere. So they could be studying at uni near the Royal Brisbane Women's Hospital. I think it's QUT. But because I've put university in there, Facebook's going to go and look for any university, any person in my catchment that is currently studying a university education. So they could be in a QUT, like students group. And because they're in a university group or have that in their bio as studying at QUT or whatever, Facebook's going to optimize it and share it further.
Right.
So yeah, you do have to put your faith in Facebook that they're going to find the right people, because ultimately they do. And if your Facebook ad works, then you're obviously going to extend your ad and spend more money.
Yeah.
So by giving them a little bit more control as to who it's shown to, it will be your best option.
Yeah.
And then I was also saying on the first page, when you go through, there's a button, I think it says more info, like after you select if it's a reach or like a website or anything like that for the ad. I think it's called a
like the ad type where like is this like you said to build brand exposure? Is this for a conversion straight away?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're selecting that, down the bottom, it's going to have like another little option where you can select that. And when you actually click that, it opens a drop down and it says run ad on a schedule. Now, if your ideal client isn't up at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, then like you literally like you want to select run ad on a schedule, and you'll be able to select what time your ad's being shown. And that really makes sure that your ad is being shown to your avatar.
Yeah. So like if they work a full-time job, you don't want the ad being shown between the hours of say 8:30 and 12 because they're going to be busy at work. So you might have lunchtime period and maybe 6 till 8:30 in the morning, and then maybe 6 p.m. till like 10 p.m. at night when they're probably awake.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, for example, if you're a Mexican place, you do $2 tacos on a Tuesday, you might show that ad all day Monday, and you're going to keep showing that ad till 4 p.m. on that Tuesday, because you know anything after that 4 p.m., they've probably already picked what they're going to have for dinner.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to start showing that ad again until the next Monday or the next Sunday, Monday. So you can select and make sure that ad's not running through the whole week. Because someone might see that on the Thursday, and by the time they get to the Tuesday, it's out of their mind. It's not front. So it's making sure that you're going to utilize your budget and optimize it to make sure that it's worth doing it. And if you know that, like, you know that you've set up your ad to not be clickbait, but it's going to entice your audience, Facebook's going to favoritize showing in that time slot if people are clicking on it. Yeah. And then I always say, like, I don't worry about doing A/B testing. So a lot of people don't realize that Facebook actually runs on a 10-day learning phase. So once you set up your ad, I would leave your ad for 10 days to run. So what you could do is you could set the ad up to spend $40 over that 10 days and allow Facebook to learn who to show it to, who's clicking on it. Because whoever's clicking on it, they're going to create a lookalike audience from that person in hopes of getting more people to click on that ad. But if you edit it in that 10 days, you start that 10-day learning phase from scratch again.
Okay. Yeah.
So always leave it for that 10 days.
Forget for the first 10 days.
Just leave it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can check on it to see how it's going. Is it converting? And if you get to like 5 or 6 days and you've got like a quite expensive link click, or you're paying like $6 for 1,000 people to view it, it's probably not performing very well. And at that end of that 10 days, it's only going to increase the cost, which means that your ad's not performing well. Facebook is showing as many people as they can, and they're saying, hey, this is not doing it for anybody. Like, you may as well kill it.
Yeah.
And that's why actually on the app, if you have Facebook ads on your phone, that's the best way to look at your ads, is on that phone, because Facebook knows that we're creatures where we want to see things instantly, and we don't walk through the shopping center with our laptop. So they've done it so that you can optimize your graph and everything like that on your phone, and you'll be able to see. I don't know if it'll show you. I'll quickly show you because it'll explain it a little bit better when it opens on the ads app. you should be able to see, I don't know if you can see that, but see how the graphs are under all the spends?
Yes.
So I want that messaging conversations to spark and just keep going higher. I want the cost per messaging to go down, and I want my spend to go up.
Yeah.
So you can track it just by looking at your graphs as to how your ad's performing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So always keep that on your phone. And after that 10 days or during that 10 days, if you see that the cost per something's going up, that's not good. That means you're not getting the clicks.
Yeah.
Facebook's going to show it to less people.
Okay. And the app that you download, there's a couple of apps. So you've got Facebook Pages, which is the orange icon, and then you've got Facebook Ads. Is that what it's called? And that's the ads manager. Yes.
Yeah. And it'll be the little circle.
Yeah.
And then when you open it, it's going to give you your dashboard. Like I've got Ola, it's Taylor up the top ad account.
Yeah.
And that's going to have all of your ads in it. It's going to tell you your spend, how many people you've reached. And then you can select what page you want to view if you have more than one page too.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So what they've learned now, you've shared with us how they can take the avatar, and I'm hoping they've done all of the work that we asked them to do on avatar profiles, because like you've said, that's what you plug into the back end of your Facebook ads. So maybe we can start to dive into sort of the different types of ads and the way you would run a campaign and the reasons why you would use the different campaigns.
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing that Facebook favors when you're creating your ad and you're in the actual graphic and the text side of your ad is Facebook wants you to keep that person on their platform. If you make an option where it's a send message or anything like that, Facebook's going to favoritize it. The other thing is that Facebook is obviously a social network. They want you engaging with your customer, not just having a book now button or a learn more button and taking them off of the network. If you've got a send message, like for example, for your 7-day challenge, it would be like, I'd love to hear your ideas as to what you think you could brainstorm. Shoot us a message and let us, share your thoughts with us, or, share your ideas with us. We'd love to know.
Yeah.
When you hit that send message and they start creating that conversation, or you give them options to select, like you can in your ad backend with a send message, it has automatic responses. So when they click on it to send message, it'll be like, I have no idea what business I want to run. Or they might be like, I have a business idea, but I'm a bit nervous. Or it could be like, I already have a business, but I don't know how to get it off the ground running. Yeah. And they can select that message and you will automatically send back that is incredible that you already have a business idea. I can't wait to help you explore that. And I think you do amazing in the 7-day business challenge. Here's the link. If not, or you've got more questions, feel free to drop me another line and I'll get back to you as soon as I can to help you with anything you need. Yeah. And Facebook's going to favor that because you're creating communication and chats rather than just selling. Yeah. Which is what's the constant saturation of ads that are learn more and taking them off pages and shop now and stuff is what's actually moving consumers off of Facebook.
Gotcha.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but when you go through your Instagram, every 3 posts, there's a sponsored ad. Yeah. And same with Facebook. You're going to have those constant sponsored ads. You can't even watch a video without an ad coming up.
Yeah.
So if
you want to try and make, the purpose of it is you want to try and make it less like an ad as possible and more like you're adding value to that person.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, at Tinder, entice them. You want them to message you. You're the hot commodity. You know what I mean? You're like, I am the hottest in the lash extension business on the north side. You want to message me.
Yes.
I want to take you on a date so you can experience everything I have to offer. Think about it as like, if I was a client, what do I want to date?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, something that is also, how do I explain it? So not misinterpreted, but like a lot of social media managers and all that sort of stuff really push pixels and retargeting people who have already visited your website. Now, this can actually harm or damage your ad.
Gotcha.
Because they've already visited your website and they've exited for a reason. Whether it was your copy was too long, they saw the price of your product and they were like, oh, I can't justify that and whatnot. And then you retargeting them and showing them the ad and them just scrolling straight past it because they're like, I already left your website, I'm not interested, will actually harm your ad.
Gotcha.
So that's something to keep in mind. Like I know that there's some people will do a pixel where it's like they've left on checkout and it's like, hey, we noticed you left without purchasing, like, you know, jump in and check out now for like, and here's a 10% code to get you to do it.
You can do that via email marketing. You can do an abandoned cart email instead of it.
Yeah.
So when would you use retargeting Facebook pixels to advertise to them? When would you use that strategy?
So I would use that strategy, for example, if you're a venue and somebody sent you a function inquiry.
Gotcha.
You would retarget them with like, check out, like, and if you know that it was like an engagement party function inquiry, you could retarget them with like engagement photos from previous things. And they're like, oh my God, it actually is beautiful.
Yeah.
I might reach out to them again. Or, you know, and it creates that familiarity where they're like, oh yeah, actually I really did like that place. Something like that. Or if somebody has like booked a hair appointment with you and you have, they visited your website, they've booked it, and you know that you've had those visits, then you'd run one. And it's like, hey, gorgeous, you know, we're running a special on frills. Like I would always sort of run it with something that's going to entice them. Like they've been to your ad. If it's like, it could have been that it was too expensive. It could be that they didn't know who was behind the business. So it might be a photo of you, and it could be like, hey, like, and it creates that. So that's when I would use retargeting.
Yeah.
Like you said, I wouldn't do it for an abandoned checkout, because it could have been something like at the point they were about to check out, they got their Origin electricity bill.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, and then maybe a couple of days later, you send them an email saying, hey, gorgeous. And that's not going to damage your Facebook ad.
Yeah.
That's just going to send it through as a campaign. And it's, you know, that's a completely different kettle of fish, because Facebook's not measuring your emails.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the pixels are really good. And I also think, like, this is my like conspiracy theory, but I also think Facebook could possibly be using their pixel as like a marketing tool. It's like, you know, target everyone that's visited your Facebook, so people throw more money on that, not realizing that it's going to have their cost per click higher, because that person's already seen your website.
Yeah.
That person's already visited you. They know who you are. They're probably following you on Instagram, and then you're spending money to show them even more, and they're like, I watch your stories every day. Like, you don't have to pay to show me your stuff.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. So in other words, if you're an e-commerce store or a business where you're likely to have the ability to utilize email marketing instead of a retargeting campaign for abandoned carts and checkouts, then go ahead and use the email marketing. Don't use the retargeting. If you, for example, you're a beauty business, a coach or something like that, and there may be another reason why they left your website, and it may not have anything to do with your pricing or anything that's going to damage your ad, then you can use the Facebook pixel retargeting.
Yeah, absolutely. Like think of your Facebook ads as dating. Yeah. Like you're putting your profile out and hoping that someone thinks you're great. Like, and you want to reach as many new people as possible, because if somebody's already seeing your stuff, it's a lot of the time it's not worth spending more money to show it to them when they might not ever convert.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. We might actually dive into some of the Facebook side of things now. So I think, is there any other theory side of things that we need to cover?
I don't think so. Like, I think one of the most important things as well is making sure that if somebody does see your Facebook ad, that and they go across, they click through to your Facebook, that you do have things like you already have their answers on your Facebook. So if you're a service-based business, they have that service option in there to add your services. You can't purchase through Facebook. They can't select that and hit shop now, buy it. But like, you know, for example, you might have in your service 7-day business challenge with the start date, and then $47. Someone can click on that, read the bio about it, and be like, this is awesome. I'm going to message and figure out how I can do it. Or if they scroll further down, they find more information about it. Gotcha. So for example, I never get asked how much do a set of hybrid lashes cost, because I already have that available for them to find on my services page on Facebook, where they're not even going to leave the platform. They don't have to go to my website to find out more information. It's all on my Facebook for them already.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So go through, make sure your About Us section, your services section, all of that's all filled in. So as much details there as possible.
Yeah.
Good tip. Now, before we dive into the ads, we've actually talked about booking, using the booking system as well. So maybe we can talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy to show. I know that you're going to, for privacy policy reasons, when I share my screen, you will see that names and stuff have been blurred out by Jade, just to make sure that my clients are all nice and safe. But I will show you the back end of the booking system. I'm going to show you my messages and how it shows messenger ads. So I know exactly who's come from that messenger ad and who might have been a referral, or my page has just shown up, which will show you a great sort of conversion as to how many messages are from ads and how many messages are just from general conversation. Yeah. So I'm going to start sharing my screen and show you that little back end.
Yeah. And while you're doing that, maybe I'll just put some context behind it. So Facebook have launched a booking system which integrates in their Facebook page. So you don't actually ever have to, the user doesn't have to leave the platform in order to book in for services. And going off what Taylor just said, that you want to keep the user on the platform so that Facebook favors you, setting up the ability for people to book in through your services using the booking system makes a lot of sense. So the booking system integrates up with your Google Calendar or your Microsoft Calendar. And I know that a lot of beauty businesses use software like Timely, Calendly, Katoba, and a few others. So this essentially replaces the need for you to use any of those, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to bring up my Google Calendar. I'm pretty sure I have it linked to my Boho Beauty. Yeah, awesome. I'm just going to, sorry, I don't use it that much on my computer. I use it on my phone. So it's going to send me all of these little notifications. But I might jump back to last week so that you can sort of see everything. So this here, and I'm just up this Facebook app real quick so you don't get that notification sound. So I originally was starting to do lashes part-time. As you can see on the screen, this isn't really a part-time calendar. So on a Monday and Wednesday, I work part-time as a marketing manager for a hospitality group that's Australia-wide. So that sort of gives you a little bit more background as to my marketing and Facebook knowledge. And obviously that's all from trial and error. Like, this business has a lot of money. So I've done a lot of trial and error with money that's not mine to find out what works.
I love that.
Oh, I've seen campaigns completely flop. And I'm like, sorry guys, $250, but we learned from it.
I do that again.
Yeah. I was like, that one doesn't work. Yeah, so you can see that all of my bookings have come across to my Google Calendar. So like, for example, I can click in here. It tells me that it's a confirmed appointment. It will take me through to the messages in my inbox, or it will take me through to the Facebook appointment. So I have the option to select one of those two. Now, if I take you back to Facebook, on here, so this is obviously in the business manager side of things. So I've selected business manager and then I've selected Boho Beauty Brisbane. When you go across into here, into appointments, it's just loading. I'll take you back to the week just before. I did have a couple cancelled appointments as well, which works well. They're not on there, so it's all good. Alrighty. Oh, wait, July, and let's go to this Sunday. Okay, cool. So you're going to see on here that everything, I'll take you down to just here, for example, has the F on it, which means that they've booked through Facebook. Now that's incredible. These people have not even had to leave the Facebook app and have booked full sets, intros, everything like that with me. I know their name, I have their Facebook profile. And the best thing about booking on Facebook is they're not anonymous. So they're less, like, if I get a cancellation, I get told the night before because I know what they look like. I know their Facebook account. Like, they go out of their way to tell me, hey, I'm so sorry, I've been called in for work tomorrow. Is there any chance I can reschedule? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I guess it creates that connection. They feel like I already know them. Yeah. So yeah, that's going to show you in here that all of these bookings have come from Facebook. Now, I know I did one, I think I did on Saturday the 18th, and I added this one on its own. So see how here, it doesn't have the Facebook icon. Yeah. That means I've added the booking myself. Yeah. Which you can do. And like next week, for an example, I've blocked Friday out because I'm moving my mum. Yeah. So you can create personal appointments and block it out. And then what will happen is that won't actually allow you to book someone in by mistake.
Can you do the opposite? Can you book in the Google Calendar and then it automatically blocks it out as unavailable?
Yes, they're linked.
Yeah.
They are linked. So if I put something into my Google Calendar, or like I accept, so for example, see here, Jade, record marketing, Google Calendar, that's come across. And it even has the Zoom description from us. And it's come from bohobeauty@gmail.com.
Perfect.
So it links them up. Someone sends you a doctor's request, you book, the doctor, and it sends you a thing to add it to your calendar. It's going to go into your Facebook calendar. It's going to go into your Google calendar. It's all going to be there. And
but from a client's point of view, they're not going to see, they're just going to see that it's unavailable. They're not going to see it sitting in your calendar.
Here's the crazy thing. I currently don't have my bookings open to people to book themselves.
Ah.
So I personally, at this point in time, book clients in myself. So you can see here that there's like a little blue line here with extra time.
Yeah.
And because I was quite new to the job and I wanted to make sure I was giving myself sufficient time to look after people. See how volume I've given myself from 3:30 through till 5:30. So 2 hours, I think. Yeah, 2 hours. But then I've also allocated an extra 30 minutes in there to help. Same with here for classics. I've left an hour and a half for classics and a 30-minute change time. Now that 30 minutes I've given myself is enough time to wipe down my bed, sterilize everything, have some water, use a toilet, eat an apple before my next client arrives.
Yeah.
So you can add that to any of your services. And if I go down here into my appointment settings, this is where you can sort of customize it. So right now, the booking option for appointments isn't available. See how it's got here, get started, get more appointments on Facebook. Now that would allow clients to select my service and then select a time to book.
Gotcha.
I haven't offered that yet because I might say to a client, if it's a full set, I might say, okay, Taylor, I'm going to do 3 full sets on a day and I'm going to do 3 infills on a day. So if I have a look and someone's like, do you have availability on Thursday for an infill? And I've already booked 3 infills on Thursday. It's like, nope, no, I do not.
Gotcha.
I've saved that extra time for a full set.
So when would you have availability open for people to book in themselves versus when would you manage the booking yourself?
Yeah, so once I'm 100% confident that I can get a full set done in under 2 hours, and I know I'm 100% confident that I can get an infill done in an hour and a half, like I'm still obviously figuring out those lashes. Like if you're already an established business and you want to move across to Facebook appointments to have like car services booked in through there and you know the allocated time, you can literally open it up straight away. You can chuck in your trading times. Like if you have a look down here to my available appointments, I've got Sunday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So people can only book in that period. I've got my sync to Google Calendar turned on. Says cannot access your calendar, but we just saw it's working. So please excuse that error message. I've got appointment approval. It's got manually approve appointments before they are confirmed with people. So what you can do is you can have your appointments open for people to book and you have to go in and approve it. So it's not automatically approved. It's like, thank you so much for sending through your booking. Boho Beauty Brisbane will get back to you shortly to confirm this appointment. And then I can go in and confirm it. Yeah. But because I am the one who's booking it, that way, it's, because I'm the one that's booking it, it's automatically confirmed because I put it in. Yeah. Then you've got here double booking. Clients can request appointment times that already have bookings. So I have that off because I obviously I've only got 2 hands. I can't do any more than the one person. You've got advanced bookings, control how soon and far in advance people can schedule appointments with you. So I've got the soonest people can book in is the day before and how far in advance they can book 3 months in advance. So when I turn that on, people can book their infills for 3 months ahead of time. Yeah. Then you've got your appointment start times. So I've set it to every 30 minutes, 10 a.m., 10:30, 11, starting from that, and then they can select that time. Yeah. You've got your services lists. Now, these are the ones when I said have everything on your Facebook, all your services. Like they might not be able to book from that service list, but they can see it. They're not going to leave Facebook. Facebook's going to favor your business account. And when you go into here and you want to edit it, the whole thing is controllable. You can have a spray tan, you can have a fixed price, you can have a variable, ask for price, no price, free, or have it as a custom. You can give it a description, the appointment duration. You can tell how long it's going to take and then block extra time after each service. Yeah. Then you can show the service and select an image for the service, which is pretty handy. It's kind of like a Shopify for Facebook.
It's really removing the need to have multiple subscriptions and multiple software. You can just manage it all on the one platform.
Yeah. And it's free. That's the best thing. It's free. Like most people have a Facebook. If they don't have a Facebook or an Instagram, they're probably not my avatar.
Yeah. And I
So
think you do have to be careful. Like Facebook obviously can hike prices or change its platform at any time. So obviously there's a time and a place for using everything on Facebook. So
yeah,
everything we're showing you now is to get the client or to get the lead or to get somebody, so that you capture the email address, and then you control the audience once you capture the email address.
Absolutely. So in the last 3 weeks, I've serviced over 100 clients. I can't service a client until they fill out a consultation form. I have that client's address, that client's contact number, and that client's email.
Yeah.
And it was all done through Facebook favoring my page, because I'm utilizing everything Facebook has to offer.
Yeah. So you're getting better results, getting more leads. Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
everything like that. It's really good. And then obviously down here I have appointment messaging. It's like reminders, send customers on Facebook an automatic reminder via Messenger the day before their appointment. So exactly 24 hours before their appointment, their phone's going to go ping. It'll say Facebook Messenger, and it's like, Boho Beauty. It's like, you have an appointment in 24 hours with Boho Beauty. Would you like to confirm this appointment? And they'll go, yep, I sure will.
Gotcha.
And everything like that. And you can pop into like your services and stuff like that, you know, for a volume infill, XYZ, sort of thing. Like, you know, for volume in, or for a full set of volumes, we request that, like, you can put information on the booking, if that makes sense. So like, wash your lashes before you arrive, everything like that. Then you can have a follow-up message, and you can set that to send 30 minutes after the appointment time. And I've got this turned off at the moment just because I'm being selective with clients I have. I know that sounds awful, but in this world, I really want to love what I do. Yeah. So if I have a client that just rocks my socks, I send them this massive message saying how wonderful it was to meet them. I can't wait to have them back in again, and make it really personalized. Yeah. But as I grow, I may not be able to send that.
Yeah.
And then when that does happen, I'll turn this on. So they automatically get a message saying, thank you so much for coming to Boho Beauty. We loved looking after you. You know, XYZ.
Here's some aftercare information to read. Here's a link. Yep.
Yeah. You know, we'd love to hear about your experience. Leave us a review to receive $4 off your next treatment, or a free cookie, you know, whatever it ends up being. Yeah. So that's all done from their Facebook. And something like, I don't know about you guys, but I've gone to beauty studios personally myself, where I've given them all my contact details, and I now get text messages, flash sale 24 hours. And I'm like,
that annoys me.
Oh, I'm like, go away. My text messaging is like private. That's for my friends and my family. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to get marketing text messages. I'll get marketing emails, because I'll go through them in my own time. I'm like, yes, delete, yes. But text messaging, I'm like, And the same thing, like, you know, sending a text message to a client to remind them of an appointment. If they see like whatever, let's just say Facebook Beauty comes up as a text message, they might just think it's a marketing message. They might not even open it or confirm their appointment.
Yeah. So just to confirm, so with the booking system, I just like to wrap up and give a bit of a summary for the bookings.
Yeah.
So you can absolutely have your own website, and as long as your website integrates with calendars, then you can manage Facebook bookings and have your own website with the bookings, and the two will integrate. If somebody goes to your website, they can see the availability. If someone goes to Facebook through targeted ads, they can see your booking availability as well. So you can run the two simultaneously. Where you should avoid using booking software system is where all of the bookings are managed on that software system only, and you're not able to integrate with calendars or anything like that, because then you can't leverage Facebook for all of its power to get leads and clients into your business.
Yeah, awesome. Yes, perfect. So I'm going to show you in inbox now too, how I book my appointments straight from inbox that are coming from that Facebook ad. So if I go across here, also just letting you know, that's where your appointment requests will come through when you open your appointments to the public. And then you've obviously got all your contacts. So these are people who have booked with you. And if you want to reach out to them, be like, hey, you had your lashes done 2 weeks ago. Did you want to get an infill? You've got them in that contacts page for you.
Yeah.
And then if we go into my inbox, say you could message Boho Beauty right now, and we can do it live.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, if you want to jump on Boho Beauty Brisbane and say, hi, Taylor, I'd love to book in with you. You guys will see exactly what's going to happen, and we can do a fake booking right now.
All right, let's do it. Hi, Taylor. I'd like to book in. I'm just messaging you.
Yeah, no.
Here we go. All right.
Oh, there we go. So Jade's going to get my automatic response. A lot of the time I'm already in booking with a client. I've got everything along the side here. I can tick that. She's a new customer. I can say what date Jade messaged me, everything like that on that right. I can see that Jade's liked my page. If she hasn't liked my page, I can actually send a request to like my page.
Gotcha.
So I can do that all straight away. I can add any notes about her, and it's like, hi Taylor, I'd like to book in with you. I'll just say, hi Jade, how do hybrids sound? And then if Jade's like, yep, sounds great, or whatever I send back. Amazing. So she's like, yep, sounds great. I can go into here and I can create an appointment for Jade. So I can select Jade wants a set of hybrid lashes, and she wants them. A lot of the time I also go between the two. So I'll have a look at calendar prior to Jade booking. So Jade might say, yep, sounds great. I'm going to jump into appointments really quickly.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's honestly, this is like the back end. This is like what Facebook doesn't talk about to everyone.
Nobody talks about this stuff.
I know. So let's say, all right, I have 3 p.m. on Wednesday available. So I can see that I've got 3 p.m. on Wednesday available. I'm going to go back into my inbox. This is something that I hope Facebook brings out, that when you go into the appointments, it's going to show you your week and you can select it. But because I do it through Messenger directly and you get, oh, please excuse that. People are still messaging me. Let's go Messenger. All right. So, yeah, sounds great. We've got the chat up here. I'm going to go down to here that says create appointment. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to select that Jade wants a full set of hybrid lashes. I'm going to select that she wants to do it on Wednesday. Like I would have already sent a message saying, hey Jade, how does Wednesday at 3 p.m. sound? And you're like, yes, perfect. Sounds great. Or I'll send through what availability I do currently have. Yeah. I've got this all in here. I'll put Jade from Jade Start. Any notes that I want for myself. This is a staff note too. So this could just be something that I need to read. Like if I've offered someone, like someone says, hi, I'm friends with Jade and she's a part of my referral program, I'll put $5 in there off.
Yeah.
We're going to jump in and create that appointment.
Oh, I just got it.
Yeah. So you will have just got my appointment that's come through.
And then I go view details.
Yep.
Or I can go add to calendar.
Yep. So you'll be able to put that all in. And then what would happen is on Tuesday at 3 p.m., Facebook's going to send you a reminder.
Yes.
So see, yeah.
It just added to my calendar. So let me just open up my calendar so I can show you. So hang on, Wednesday, the 29th. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't add.
Has it gone through?
Oh, you know why? It added to my calendar associated to my Facebook page, and it's not the Jade at Jade Start calendar.
Yeah, that would be why. So it's whatever Facebook's connected to.
Yeah.
But in saying that, even if it doesn't go to your calendar, Facebook's going to remind you 24 hours before anyways.
Yeah.
So if I go to the lady I had this morning, here we go. I can see a little notification from myself that says Laura has an appointment tomorrow at 10 a.m. And that was sent on Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
She actually received this here again.
Yeah.
Reminding her. And it actually had a little confirmation button that she needed to select to confirm it. When she hit confirm, this message sent. Hey, gorgeous, you're all booked for tomorrow. We can't wait to see you. Just a couple things for your appointment. I gave her a whole rundown, how we pay, cleansing, everything like that. See you soon, Boho Beauty. And I also always put like a little respond with a yes. Because even though they've clicked appointment, like I want them to, it means I know they've read it. They haven't just ignored my automatic message. They've read it. Yeah. And that person has then come through, she's booked, and it's giving me an option to schedule another appointment because I've done her. So Facebook knows I could possibly book in an infill.
Yeah.
So that's how that works in the back. You might also see down here on the right, it's got appointment booked, messenger ads, and which ad it was she came from.
Ah.
So if you're running, say, 3 different ads, it's actually going to tell you which ad that person has come from. So you might see this person has an ad ID here, Bianca hasn't come from an ad, neither is Gemma. I haven't given surnames, so that's okay. But you can see as I scroll down through all these names, which is going to be fun to blur. I'm so sorry, Jade. But
right.
Here we go. I'll pause it here just so that you can see. There's an ad ID, an ad ID, an ad ID, an ad ID. We got another one from Zabi. Let's have a look. No, she's just come through Facebook Messenger and things like that. So that's going to show you who's come from where, you know, if they've booked an appointment, have they converted, everything like that. And it works so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. So when you're setting up Facebook ads and you want to promote, so the purpose of the ad is to get conversions, and you have a business that has the style where you're able to book in, manage it all through the Facebook booking system. So if the person's not leaving the platform, Facebook's going to prefer your ad over somebody else's. So if you're in the beauty industry and you're just starting out and you haven't built your website yet, you can absolutely still kick off in your business and still get bookings and just manage it all through the Facebook booking.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if you get to a point where you have several staff members, you can actually add staff, I'm pretty sure, into your appointments. Like in your appointment settings, you can add staff members. They select who it's with, like they can select someone's service calendar. But the other thing you can do is if you decide, or you are currently somebody who runs off like Acuity or scheduling or anything like that for your scheduling platform, you can actually have it that in your send message, I'm just going to take you across to the ad that's currently converting all of those people. Mm-hmm. So you'll see here, it's called intro ad, because obviously I just opened. I've extended my budget to $250. I've spent $175. I've had 106 people message me to book in over the 3 weeks. It tells me I've reached 6,500 people, and 100 of those people were like, yep, book me in. Yeah. And I actually have people who see my ad, have screenshotted it, not messaged me, but then gone to my page to message me because they couldn't find the ad again.
Ah.
Yeah.
So there needs to be a little star on the ad that says like favor this ad, and you can go into ads that you've previously viewed and favored.
Yeah. Is that available? Or they should?
No, they should do that.
I know. I saw booty bands the other day and I can't find them anywhere. I was like, they're what I want. So if I go down here quickly to the ad that's currently running active, last significant edit date, you'll see that I edited on July 13th, which was 13 days ago. And that was to increase my budget to keep it running. If I go across here to edit, I'm just going to show you with the messages how I've set it up so that my ad's always responding for me.
Yeah. So
when we go down here, it's got my Facebook page, my Instagram account. I currently have it in like 2 placements, an Instagram feed and a Facebook feed. You'll see that I've got like, we are open Northside Beauties, hi gorgeous, and I've got let's chat lashes. So like, I'm not telling you, come here and book. Yeah. I am the boss. I'm saying, hey, let's just talk about it. You might never have had them before. I'm running an intro, best time to try them out. Like everything like that. I've ran with a single image. You can run with the videos as well. If you do run with the video, it is going to show an in-stream video ad. So you will reach a larger demographic doing that as well. I will run one of those eventually. I'm going to run a time-lapse ad. And it's got 3 placements using this. I've got obviously my text, and in my ad, I've specifically put in the cost of my intro prices. So that's all there for them. They can read the ad. There's no like catch, anything like that.
It's also a good spot to put your customer objections as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like tired of waking up with panda eyes. I am. Like, you know,
always running late for work.
Yeah. Let's fix that. Or it's like, you know, for you, laying awake late at night thinking about all the businesses you could run. Yeah. Like, let's get a game plan going. You know what I mean? Yeah. So my call to action is to send a message. When I go down, you'll see here that it's got message template, and I've got here use existing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select, see how I have the intro special questions, and it says here, hi gorgeous, I can't wait to bring your lash dreams to life. Let me know how I can help, Taylor. Now down here, I don't know if it's going to let me select. It says, I'd love to book in with you. When can I book? How much do your lashes cost? Where are you located? Now those are 3 questions I know I'm always going to get. When I go into here and hit edit, if a person selects that question, I have an answer for them straight away. They're not waiting for me to get to them. So I'd love to book in with you. When can I book? Amazing. Cannot wait to you. I work Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. How much do your lashes cost? Explain some of the prices. Where are you located? We're located on Kent Street in Kalanga. There is plenty of free street parking in front of our home studio.
Yeah.
So I've answered everything straight away after they know what they want to know.
Yeah.
They then shoot me a message saying, awesome, when's your next availability?
Yeah. And so do the words have to be exactly what you've typed in there? If so, for example, does somebody have to say, where are you located, ? Or what if they say, where are you, or something like that? Will it still trigger the same response, or does it have to?
No, I'm pretty sure it does, because when I have things, it says, would you like to save this response? So if someone asks me, like they send me a message and they say, where are you? And I'm like, hey there, we're located on Kent Street in Kalanga. Facebook appointments or Facebook messages, in your business manager is going to say, would you like to save this reply for this question? So if anybody ever asks me, where are you? Then automatically Facebook's going to send them that message. If that message comes through, Facebook's going to send it for me.
And so how many of those can you have?
A lot. I don't think there's actually a limit on how many you can have. Because if I go back here, I think this is it, and I go to inbox. So like, just say, for example, Jade, if you shoot me a message now and it says, do you have insurance with a question mark?
Okay, let me do that. Done.
Awesome. And I respond and go, hi there. We sure do and are fully insured by NRMA. I'm a millennial. I use emojis.
Don't worry, so am I.
Yeah. If I go back into that, if I go out of that message, it usually does. I'm just going to go into this one and then go back into yours. See how, or even in just this one, for example, save this reply for next time. When someone asks a similar question, you'll see this reply as a suggestion and can send it with one click.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you can save your responses to when someone asks a question. Like this client here, you'll be able to block her name at the top. Just says, can you please send me a photo of my eyelash that had the long extension on it? Because she had growth. And one of the photos that I had taken during the appointment. So she'd asked in a question. And I think it could do it for yours too. Well, not yet. So it might not have registered it as a question just yet. Oh, yeah. But they do. Facebook will go through in the next 24 hours and any questions I've received and responded to, when I select that question, it'll offer me to save it as a response.
Yeah, all you have to do is go into that person and you'll be able to do it once you've gone into that question that they've asked. Yeah,
absolutely. I don't know. I'm like trying to get back to my how do I get back to my the thing at the top?
You just got to drag. So for all of you guys watching, we're using Zoom and they have the panels at the top. So you've just got to drag the panel away.
Oh yeah, there it is. I got it. Okay, so just back at the ad, that's pretty much how I'm using my messages to answer all that. And then once a night, like once I've finished booking for the whole day, I'll go through all the responses that I've received for that Facebook ad and book them all in straight through appointments.
Gotcha. Yep. This could easily be a job for a VA too, if you're scaling growing a business.
Absolutely, 100%. It would literally be an hour worth of work each night. Like you can even see here, I don't even have a Facebook pixel on currently, but it is tracking my offline events.
What is that?
So offline event set, that means that if somebody goes from my ad, like clicks my ad and goes through my Facebook, it will track what they look at, what they find important. Gotcha. And that, I think it's like, it just does like all of the data will upload. So I can retarget this audience. So all of these people who have selected my ad, if they've sent me a message, I can run another ad saying, guess what, gals, we're running a special on infills, because I know the people that have clicked that ad and sent me a message have already had a full set.
Gotcha.
So it's tracking anyone who has hit send a message, and I can select that offline event because it's not obviously on a pixel or taking them to another website.
It's the act of sending a message that is the offline event.
Yes.
Gotcha, because it's off the ad.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So the point of the exercise is always tick that.
Yeah. Yes, always take your offline events. It works really, really well. And then you can obviously, that's a way you can retarget in terms of something specific. So for you, if someone has selected you through a 7-day launch pad and you know that you ran that for 7 days and then you ran your launch pad for 7 days, you could then run an ad, for the 7 days and the 7 days business, you could run an ad 14 days later that targeted everybody who sent you a message for that 7-day business challenge idea to come and check out the launch pad.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know they just did the 7-day challenge.
Well, I'm going to be setting that up. Don't you worry.
Honestly, the launch pad is the best thing that you can do. Like, it's opened my eyes to so much. I actually credit my ads being so successful to going through, like, really defining my avatar with you and Aaron, because before that I would have been like, no, I feel like I'm being like just a horrible person, being like, I'm sorry, you're 42, you can't come here.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to attract the people that I want to work with.
Yeah.
So by being specific, it's like being a magnet to people that you want to be with. So honestly, if like...
So do your avatar, do your customer objections and get clear on both of those things before you take out Facebook ads.
Yeah. Honestly, my launch pad was paid off in the first week of business.
Yes, I love that. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, no, it's 100% something that is worth doing. And as you can see, I'm literally only running one ad currently.
Yeah. So maybe let's talk about Ads Manager now, and what do these results all mean, and how do people understand whether their ads performing, what they're not? Like, I also noticed, and this is because I've spoken to digital marketers in the past, I've noticed your cleanliness in your ad setup, i.e. you have intro ad dash and then the purpose of the ad.
Yes.
So maybe you can chat through like all of this side of stuff. All of this side of things.
Absolutely. So your campaign, remember how at the very start we spoke about the purpose of the ad? What is the ad supposed to do? So for me, the campaign is, it's an intro ad. I'm going to run it as a square. I ran it as a vertical. The vertical didn't convert. I killed the vertical and put the vertical budget on the squares budget.
Yep.
So I was able to look at what was in stories and what is on feeds.
Yep.
And the two, and compare the two. So always do that. Create an ad for feeds and create an ad for your feeds and things like that, and then create a separate ad for stories.
Gotcha.
Don't run the two across the platforms, because for that specific ad, if you're paying for it to be in feeds and people aren't clicking the see more, there's no point running it. Yeah. It's just going to show, Facebook's going to show everyone just to spend your budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch the two. So that's the campaign, is what's the purpose, and you can name that anything you want. I can edit that and name it intro bookings or anything like that. I just have intro ad square. Your ad sets is that audience. So I didn't change the name. Like you can see here, I've got, oh yes, I did. Sorry. So my audience, it's just the AU 18 plus, because I think I duplicated, but you'll see down here, I have North Brisbane wide audience. Mm-hmm. So I know that was a wider thing, and I know that I actually limited it down to a smaller ad, a smaller group here. Yeah. And that was my thing. Then obviously ad is how you've created your ad flow. Yeah. Like all of the text and the pictures. Yeah. Now you'll see it shows everything in like ad set, your bid strategy. So I have it at the lowest cost, the budget ad set, using campaign budget. So what I did was I set the budget at $250 over 30 days. So that's why it's coming up with my budget ad set, which is what I would recommend doing. If, for example, like you do, run this ad for $7 a day for a certain amount of days. Once you hit that $7, Facebook's cutting it. It's not going to show your ad for the rest of the day.
Gotcha.
So if you set an ad like I have for $250 over 15 days, they want that money to sort of be spent over that 15 days. But if there's a day where like your ad's going off and you're getting a ton of clicks, Facebook's going to show it to more people. Yeah. They're going to be like, hey, Northside beautiful women, this is a place you might want to go to. Look at us being Facebook and being so handy and showing you this place. Yeah. So that's why they favor you. Yeah. Now, as you go across, it'll tell you a significant edit. So you can say, I haven't edited it in 13 days. Probably was running it 10 days before that. So it's probably been running for about 23 days.
So that's where pay attention to the 10-day marker. So once you've set it, at least let it run for the 10 days for the Facebook learnings to kick in. And then after the 10 days, you then can edit it and make decisions.
Yeah, yeah. So just let Facebook run through that learning phase, because in that learning phase period, that's when you're going to end up getting your lowest click per result or your lowest cost per 1,000 reach, things like that. It's going to be a lot better. It's going to show you your results, how many conversations I've had start, which was 106.
Yeah.
The reach, it's only shown 6,592 people. Now, when you go through creating your ad, there's going to have an option, and it's going to say like show ad once every 7 days. I always change it to show ad once every 2 days.
Gotcha.
So that, yeah, they're seeing it every 2 days. And once that person sends you a message, Facebook doesn't show them the ad again.
Gotcha.
They've already converted. So you might see it's only showing 16,000 people, but it's had 17,783 impressions.
Yeah. What's impressions?
An impression is when someone's actually stopped to look at your ad.
Oh, gotcha.
So scrolling through, so that it might have shown the one person 3 times, but they've only stopped once. So that'll be an impression. But they might have stopped twice. So that's going to count as 2 impressions.
Gotcha.
So like of that 6,592, those people might have stopped twice to read the ad and debate it. And then there'll be like, maybe, you know, there's a lot of people that have only seen it once, or someone might have seen it 3 times.
So the reach is people, the impressions is the amount of times viewed. So it can be multiple times per person, but the reach is only ever going to be 1 per person. So you've had 6,592 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's like in my catchment. So that's women between
a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the amount of girls that are 18 to 35 that live in 10-kilometer radius from my salon and that are either at uni or have an interest in eyelashes or like fall into my specific avatar. Yeah, and by selecting, so the fun thing is if you select optimize Facebook's, like let Facebook optimize your audience. If you've got someone who lives in Wynnum but works in North Lakes and they have their location services on for Facebook, Facebook will register that they're spending an enormous amount of time here. And even though that their location might be in Wynnum, Facebook's going to show my ad to that person because they're spending a lot of time here. So I have people that live on the south side, that work on the north side, that get their lashes done here.
Gotcha.
So yeah, tick that box. So, yeah. Then here you're going to have your cost per result. So you'll see that this link click, as even though it was doing well, I killed the ad quite early because it wasn't doing as well. And that was a different, you might see over here, it might be too small, but it was a different graphic that actually had my text and my prices on the graphic. And Facebook wasn't favoring that.
Yeah, too much text.
Yeah, absolutely. So I changed the ad up a little bit and chucked it into this one and it's done really well. So here I've got $1.66. That's how much I'm paying to speak to someone. So if they book a $100 set of volume lashes, I've paid $1.66 for them to book it.
That's insane. So I'm just a little bit confused. How is the 49 cents worse than the $1.66?
So what I did was, if you have a look here, I got 30 link clicks, which was really good. Now, the difference in this ad and this ad was that 30 link clicks was taking people to Square Bookings.
Gotcha.
And Square Bookings, to book an appointment, you have to put your credit card details in it.
Ah, gotcha.
Confirm the appointment because they have a cancellation policy.
Gotcha.
So people were leaving it. So even though I was getting all the clicks, I wasn't getting any conversions.
Right. And so that's how you knew it wasn't performing.
That's how I was like, what the hell? 30 people have clicked my ad, but no one's booked.
Gotcha.
So even though I was getting 49 cents per link click, I wasn't getting any bookings.
Yeah.
So from the $14 that I'd spent, I didn't have a single booking.
Right. Whereas now you're getting a booking for $1.66.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now, these things here, the best thing about it, so quality ranking, this is a ranking of your ad's perceived quality. Quality is measured using feedback on your ads, post-click experience. Your ad is ranked against ads that competed for the same audience. So I have other girls on Facebook or other businesses on Facebook targeting the same market as I am, and I'm currently performing above average.
Right.
So they're all here, and I'm over here.
Yeah.
I'm at the front of the race.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's what you want. You've got your engagement rate ranking. So this one here, a ranking of your ad's expected engagement. Engagement includes likes, clicks, comments, shares. Your ad is ranked against ads that are competing. Once again, I'm above average. So when you have all of these as above average, sorry, I don't know if you can hear my dogs.
That's all right.
Someone's possibly here. But yeah, so if your ad is above ranking, like Facebook's going to fade that. And then conversion rate. So Facebook's stoked. Facebook's showing my ad to people and they're clicking on it. They're going through. So there might be other ads with send messages, but people aren't clicking on it and people are clicking on mine. So they are also rating that as an above average ad.
Yeah.
So that's sort of how you want to rank your ad. Like go in maybe every 4 to 5 days after your 10-day learning phase and have a look at these 3 here, because Facebook's telling you, yeah, you're doing really well. You know, we're going to keep showing it, and then increase that budget and increase the length of your time.
Yeah. Perfect. So what's a good length of time for your initial campaign?
So I always say like to at least run it for 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
And test it, see how you're going with it. And obviously I always say for your first ad, try and throw $100 on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you have that money, throw it on it, because Facebook is going to want to spend that $100 in that 10 days or that 14 days. Facebook is going to spend all of that. Sorry, Cameron's in here.
That's okay.
That's all good. But yeah, so Facebook is going to want to spend that $100 for you. So they're going to show it to the most amount of people. And that's how you're going to find out what your quality, your engagement, and your conversion ranking is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're going to spend that whole $100 and tell you, hey, it's doing really well. It's going to be like below average or coming in at average.
Yep.
Yeah, so give it a good go.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So that was really helpful. I can't wait to test all of this out myself. Like I'm thinking I might even, so I think that the big takeaways for me have been a couple of things. So the first one, and I'm not sure if we've even finished yet, but just to sum up to this point in the video, for me, the big takeaways have been use the booking system and keep people on the platform. So use Messenger, use the booking system where you can. So for me, I can't wait to set up an ad just to get people talking to me in Messenger. And because initially I was thinking, I don't need to do an ad until I have the next intake. But like if I can get people just talking to me in Messenger, then I can target them with an ad when I'm having an intake. And I've already proved them out as being a good target for my campaigns. So Facebook's going to promote that above any other ads that I run. So that's been a bit mind-blowing for me. And the second thing has been the whole 14-day thing, because in the past, I had been told that you need to edit your campaigns if they're not working. And so I had constantly tinkered with campaigns. And now, it makes sense to just set it, forget it, leave it, see how it goes, and then come back in and extend or change or do whatever you need to do. So I can't wait to try all of this out myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can literally do it for anything, like any business. You sell pet products, like, throw up a video of a sausage dog chasing a tennis ball. And run that for 10 days and see how many people are clicking. And it could be like your send message for your ad for your Facebook could be like, how cute is this dog chasing this ball? And then you could put in that bit, send us the breed of your dog or something like that, or like, what breed of your dog do you have? Does your dog chase balls? We want to know. Send a message. They send you a message. You have an automatic responder saying, oh my goodness, that is amazing. Like, you have such a cool dog. We love that breed. We think your dog would love our ball. Here is a secret discount code for letting us know what your dog is that gets you free shipping at checkout.
Gotcha.
And then you can say to purchase, click this link, and then you can take them off the platform. But they've already clicked your ad. So Facebook has already, Facebook's already charged you for clicking that ad, and you convert it from a sale.
Yeah. So for example, for the 7-day challenge, it might be, like you said, laying in bed, thinking about business ideas. Let's brainstorm and chat about your ideas and see how successful they're going to be in this current COVID market or something like that. And get people to click send message. And then once they've messaged, then initiate a bit of conversation, then tell them I've got the 7-day challenge coming up or something like that. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's like, shoot them through the register link in that message that you've automatically set up in your Facebook ads. Like Facebook obviously favors communication and conversations and things like that. But if it's already set up in that tells them that they can go there, Facebook doesn't really care, because that person has
made their money.
Yeah, they've clicked send message. You've been charged for that ad. It's up to you now to convert it.
Yeah. And so then for the businesses that are like beauty based, service based, all of that kind of stuff, you would date them by not promoting to book in straight away, but instead promoting them to chat to you. So it might
Yeah.
be thinking about going from brown to blonde, send us a message and let's chat about whether your hair is able to do it or something
Yeah.
like that.
How long the process takes, sort
Yeah.
of thing, or and it's like currently dealing with frizzy hair in this winter weather.
Yeah.
Let's chat about how we can get keep the frizz away and
Yeah.
create that conversation and stuff like that. You can talk about keratin straightening and things like that. The other thing I was going to show you is if somebody is I'm going to take it across to here on my beauty page. If
Mhm.
somebody is, you can set up in the back end of your Facebook business, your bank account. And if you require someone to pay a deposit, you can do it all through Facebook Messenger as well. So for example, I'll just set it up for you and say, see how I've got create payment request.
Oh,
So the
wow.
deposit might be $25. I'm going to confirm that. Oh,
I just got it.
yeah.
And so, hang on, then I just go see details. It says paid though.
Yeah, so I've got it set up that if someone pays a deposit, I send them a Square invoice so that I have everything through Square.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And then what I can do is chuck that in this messenger so that I know you've paid a deposit or that so like, for example, I'm about to shut down my intro prices. And as of the 1st of August, all my prices go up.
Yeah.
But I've let all my girls who have already come know that they can lock in their next infill for my intro price if they pay up front.
Gotcha.
So they're all paying on Square, and then I'm shooting this through so that when I get the reminder that it's their booking and I go to click on their conversation to see if we've discussed anything, I can see, oh, they've already paid. They're done. But
Gotcha.
you can set up in your back end, in your settings, a payment process where you can send them the details. It's kind of like I think like Facebook pays you the money, the same as Facebook takes money out of your business account.
Gotcha. So for me, with my initial discovery consultations,
Yeah.
people can book in through my booking system on Facebook, but then I can also send them a request to pay for that initial consult instead of sending them off to a website or sending them an invoice or something like that. And
Yeah.
it connects to like Stripe or something like that, or
No, I think it's Facebook's own payment gateway.
oh
Like
wow.
I think it's the same, like how their Facebook ads takes money out of your account. Well, it's kind of like their Facebook ads putting money back in your account.
Right. So does it put it in as a credit, like, or does it transfer it into your bank account?
No, yeah. So it puts it straight into your account every 24 hours.
Oh wow. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, next business banking day, it goes into your account.
Mind blown. This is amazing. So for all of you startups that are starting out, you don't need to sign contracts with Katoba or with Acuity or anybody else. Like trial and error Facebook bookings first and get it all right. Wow.
So that works really, really well as well. Like you can just do it all through there. The best thing is that on your Facebook pages app, I'll just bring it up here. So I've got it up for Boho Beauty. You'll be able to see that's there. Down the bottom, a little appointments option. When I select that appointment option, it's going to show you. And then you can just slide through and you'll see all the days for your appointments too.
Right.
So anywhere you go, you've got all your appointments. You can message them if you're running late, like anything like that. You can contact them straight away.
Wow. It's pretty cool that Facebook set this up because it makes launching a business so cheap. It's so cheap, especially if it's all for free. You're not paying for this added software and you get favored over ads. So one thing that we do talk about in Launchpad is jumping onto strategies where you'll get favored for things, obviously, with marketing. So if this at the moment, obviously Facebook changes so much. So at the moment, Facebook's favoring this, but if it ever launches anything new, then jump on it and use it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, like I know that the best thing is a lot of the time you say, capture their information and stuff like that. But if you're a car servicing or someone makes a purchase through your website and stuff like that, they're going to be entering their email anyways. Yeah. So try and capture your audience's details if you can be a return business or a return service through that that payment process and really do something with Facebook where you're not going for the hard sell and Facebook's going to favoritize you, because you're not asking anyone to buy from you. You're just asking them to have a conversation with you.
So you could even theoretically use Facebook Messenger to get them engaged, to then send them a free ebook or something like that, which
absolutely.
then they then have to, for example, the link then takes them to your website, your email capture page, which then triggers the whole email automation sequence that you've learned to do as well.
Yep. And Facebook's going to favor that over you having an ad that says, click learn more to download our ebook. Facebook's like, oh, you're taking them off the platform. Whereas if you've just got that in your automatic responder, once they click send message saying, hey, like, let me know this, this, and this. P.S. enjoy a freebie from us. Here's an ebook with 30 Instagram hashtags that will rock your socks off.
Yeah.
Click below, and then they can click on that. But a lot of the time, if you have a question in there that you're asking them to send something afterwards, Facebook will see not only did you send them off the platform, but you asked them to start a conversation with you as well.
Yeah, perfect. Love this. Taylor, you've blown my mind.
Good. I'm glad you found it beneficial.
It's amazing. I can't wait to tinker with all of this and try all of this. So thank you.
It's so addictive. Once you start getting results, like you become so addicted. Like I have to stop myself from running more than one Facebook. I'm like, no, follow, just focus on the one ad.
Yeah. So I suppose that the next natural question would be, where should people start? So they're just starting to use this whole Facebook ads. So what ad or what campaign should they run first?
Yeah, absolutely. So my suggestion would be like run an ad on Reach first. And that can be like your first, $100 just to be like, for example, if you're about to open, you haven't opened yet, and it's like, hey, Australia, we're about to kick off our new swimwear range. Here's some sneaky peeks. However, we're already getting ready to start the next drop. We'd love to know what patterns you want to see. Send us a message. You know what I mean? So even though it's Reach, you still have to have a button.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is they're going to show that to the most people they can to get like a good price per 1,000 people that's reached. Yeah. That's going to create brand familiarity.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you can do is, after you've had that ad run for your 14 days, you'll do one that you want to be conversions.
Right.
Now, it might be back on like the swimwear. It'd be like, we've dropped our first collection. Did you know that this amount, is going to this? Chat to us about what size you like might fit you the best, or have a question about our sizing, have a question about our shipping, have a question about what. Feel free to ask us anything you want to know about our new drop. And then that send message, that's when you drop a link saying, these are all the answers. Like, how I had that, where do you book, where do you locate? You can have that. And then the automatic responder to all of those has the link to the new collection that they can purchase from. You could chuck in like, a free shipping discount code. Like, you don't have to discount yourself, but that's more likely to get people to convert across because they didn't even know about that discount code.
Right. So you could almost do a mini ask campaign for your reach in a way that allows people to feel as though they're contributing and engaging in a conversation. And then for the conversion one, instead of just selling to them, again, use some sort of conversation starter and then sell to them in the messenger.
Yeah.
And you would use it probably for maybe your good or your better step or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Probably, I would recommend the better because that's where the most profit margin is, obviously, for you to test out Facebook ads.
Yeah, and you can always drop down a good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you can split your budget and run two, one with your good, one with your better, and see which one performs best.
Yes, gotcha.
Yeah.
This has been amazing. Thank you so much. Is there anything else we need to know about Facebook?
The one thing that I was going to show you, but we did see that it's not working currently on your Facebook, was the page transparency.
Oh, yes.
So if you have no idea where to start the copy of your Facebook ad, so let's go, for example, I'm going to use the Lorna Jane. So let's just say I'm about to launch a new active campaign range or active wear campaign. And I'm like, I have absolutely no idea where, like what to post, what's working, anything like that. You can search up big companies who have marketing teams that are absolutely killing it. Click on their page. And then unfortunately for Mark Zuckerberg, everything has to be transparent now. So you can go down to page transparency here. And I know Jade's going to reach out to Facebook to see why she can't see hers. So hopefully she might even add a little video at the end to explain what had happened and how you can fix that.
Anybody who can't see this, that is. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone who can't see it. A lot of people's it does work. Sometimes it doesn't. We're going to go down here after clicking that see more. It's got ads from this page. This page is currently running ads. We're going to go down to here to go to ad library. We're going to click on this. Now this is going to show us how many ads they're running. So Lorna Jane's currently running 43 ads. We can see the ads here. So we can see that they have the exact same video for 3 ads, but every single text is slightly different. Or they might have the ad running to a different age group or a different area. So once we go down, they've got this ad running for a lot.
Maybe you can just explain what the different symbols along the top mean.
Oh, yes. So these symbols here say that they're showing the ad on Facebook, they're showing the ad on Instagram, they're showing the ad in your audience network, and they're going to show the ad on your messenger. I think, no, you can copy the ad link and actually see the ad, I'm pretty sure. Let's see what this does. I haven't used that one before. Did it do it? Might just be back to the ad library, I think. Oh, yeah. So it's just going to show that one ad result. If you want.
And then if you go see details.
Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it's just going to like show you what the ad looks like, and that this ad has multiple versions.
Gotcha.
So you can see the 2 ads that they're running. So they've got here shop in store and online. And they got shop in store and outline again. But the good thing is that if you're not too sure how to run your ad, you can look at the big guys who have heaps of people spending a lot of money on their ad. Like, so for example, trying to think of one of the companies that I run. Do you have any ads running at the moment, Jade?
No.
Damn it. I was going to say, we could have a little check. Let's see if McDonald's is running.
But I will be after this. Don't you?
Yeah,
that.
Exactly. Let's see if Macca's is running an ad. So let's go see more. Okay. Oh, look, Macca's isn't even running an ad.
Wow.
So Macca's Australia.
Let's look at Tony Robbins, because I know he runs ads often.
Yeah. So let's go. Alrighty, we'll go down to his. This page has run ads about social issues, elections, and politics. Wow. So, okay. It's saying that he's not. Oh, did it actually say he was running an ad? Oh, yeah, it says he's running an ad. That's weird that it hasn't shown any of his ads. It could be. Oh, that's a really strange. There are no ads that match your criteria at this time. Oh, it could be because he might not be running any in Australia.
So if you go all.
There we go.
Okay.
He's not running in Australia, guys. We're not included. But he is running 2 ads currently. Oh, lots of ads, actually. Let's see how many he's running. He's running 120 across all.
Wow.
And he's not running a single one in Australia.
Wow.
So you can jump in and see that he's like strengthen your remote workplace, and he's got all of his text across there. So you can see what graphics he's using. I'm pretty sure if we could play.
Everybody, it's Tony Robbins. I've always been fascinated by that force that shapes human beings.
It says amount spent $900 to $999. The potential reach he's had was 50,000 to 100,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So when you go through, it will show you. And the other thing to take note of is if we go right down to the bottom, let's see if he's been running this. So he has been, this is inactive, like, so you can see which ads he's run before. And then he's gotten rid of. So if we go back up to where some of his ads are active. Okay, that one's inactive still. Okay, here we go. So we can see that he's obviously launched a new ad campaign that he started running from the 30th of June. Now, sometimes when you go to an ad, I'm going to show one as an example for when I was looking up ads for myself. I don't know if you will need to blur them out, but it's honestly, it is transparent. You know, Facebook's transparent. We're allowed to have a look if this Chicky Babe's running any ads. So if Tony Robbins is going to come after us, I'm sure these guys won't either. But this is a company that I admired. I loved their style. I loved their branding. As you can see, I've looked up their page several times. And I really thought they were doing incredible things in the industry that I'm in. So I wanted to have a look and see, hey, are these guys running any ads? You know, is there anything that I could learn off of these guys? So it's got this page is currently running ads. Let's go to the ad library. And I was able to see what they were running and then base mine off of it. And you'll see if I go further down, I'm not sure if they're still running them, but like they've been running these ones since July 10th, like another one July 11th. So they've been sort of adding like a new ad each day. But sometimes you can go into somebody's ad campaign and they might have been running it for 2 years, the same ad.
Oh, so that's what you were looking at with Tony. How long has he been running his ad for? Gotcha.
Yeah, because
So
if an ad's been running for like 6 months, you know that person has continuously extended that ad because it's giving them results.
Gotcha.
So you know it's working well.
And so when you're looking at these ads, we're not saying copy them, we're saying model them. So if there's a particular style of image that goes really well, or a certain amount of text on the image that goes really well, or they answer or ask questions as opposed to tell a story or something like that, you model the layout.
Absolutely. Like, so for example, this ad here, which has this photo, has got, this one's obviously for a consumer. This one here, as in a client, someone that's going to book with them. That's why they've got all this pricing. But then this one here, they've got learn the awesome eyebrow trend taking the beauty industry. So this one's not for clients. This is for a potential student.
Yeah.
So this business is able to run several ads targeted at different people where they're either going to be a client or they're going to be a student.
Gotcha.
Yep. Yeah. So like they've got like, 10% off all services. However, you go up and there's a volume lash course.
Yeah. So it's different avatars for their business.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's a really, really strong and powerful tool to use just to see what other people are doing. Are they just mainly doing a picture ad, a text ad, they're running videos, things like that. If you find a brand that you love and you think that you sort of run in line with that brand, just personalize it to yourself, personalize it to your own images, your own color branding, everything like that. And it will just give you an idea of what other people are doing if you're stuck or you want to know what other people are doing.
So when you're looking at other brands to model your ads off, is it okay to look at your Dream 100s ads, or should you be looking at other competitors in your area?
No, absolutely. Like if, for example, I love Healthy Chick 101. Like I watch her Instagram stories and stuff like that. And I know that she's got an activewear range that is like Australia wide. So I might jump into her ads and see what she's doing to target the same market, because we have the same audience. So what words is she using? What lingo is she using? What pictures is she using to grab people's attention?
Gotcha.
Amazing. Yeah.
This is so good. Thank you so much. This is amazing. This is going to be a game changer for so many people. So is there anything? Oh yeah. So if you can't see ads library, then just drop me a message or reach out to Facebook. I am going to look into why I can't see it. I do have business manager and account manager and everything all set up, so I'm really not sure why I can't see it, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And if you follow on this video and you see the solution, then obviously I've found the solution. If I haven't, then just drop me a message and I'll tell you the process I went through and what I couldn't find, and then maybe you might be able to find a different answer. But yeah. Other than that, is there anything else we need to know?
Not really. So my Instagram posts and Facebook posts run decently well, like just organically. And it was just a little fun fact of how I schedule my posts. I know that a lot of people, they're like, what do I post? I'm so confused. And I know you learn about this in the Launchpad, but something that I've adopted is the 4-3-2 rule. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but I do 4 posts, 4 posts that either educate about the services that I offer or share my knowledge. Like, did you know you can get your lashes wet within the first 24 hours? It's just not steam. Something like that. So sharing something about your service or just a fun fact. I know you share so many, which is incredible. Then I say that you want to do 3 posts that share something about yourself. Like you share pictures about Aslan or your relationship with Aaron, that people get to know you. Yeah. So you're like, like I always share that I used to love iced lattes, can't drink them anymore. It's very depressing. And then 2 posts that either go in for the sell or a discount, or like just advertising your services or your product.
Yeah.
And by doing that, it's sort of just like somewhere to start. Like just start with doing 9 posts. And once you hit that 9th post, do the next 9.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
So I find
amazing
that's the way to break it up.
Yeah. It's all about adding value, right? You don't want to be a spammer. So
yeah, absolutely. Like you have to think of your Facebook and your Instagram profiles as your Tinder profiles.
Yeah.
date your clients.
I love that analogy, Tinder. It's so good. Because Aaron and I often say you don't marry the idea, you don't marry your avatar, you don't marry this, you just date it. Like, it's so perfect that you said that. Just tied in nicely with the whole course.
I am marrying my Tinder date, but you know what? Like, that's like the once off. You know what I mean? Like,
love that. Well, Taylor's going to record a video showing how to prepare and launch a Facebook ad from start to finish. So that'll be a separate video that will pop inside the tech area so that you can watch that. And if you want to watch this video again, just have a look in the resources tab or under the marketing module, and we'll pop the video in there. If you've got any questions, Taylor's an open book, so reach out to her. I know she won't mind at all.
yeah.
And yeah, thank you so much for going through all of this detail. You've blown my mind. I'm so excited to give all of this a try now. I'm pretty sure the first 14 days are going to be very hard for me to just sit back and wait and see. But yeah, I'm excited to report back and tell you the progress.
Yeah, and what I'll do is I'll create 2 ads. I'll create one ad for Boho Beauty with a send message. And the other thing that Facebook favoritizes is a call now button. So I will do another one on one of my venues from my part-time job. I'll get permission from my boss, Zach. He'll be fine with it. He'll be like, yes, educate people. It's good. And we'll do a call now for restaurant bookings, which you could do the same for hairdressing booking or mechanic booking. Or if you've got somewhere where someone can call, your preference is a call, I'll set up a call now ad that is optimized to get the most clicks for a call now.
Oh, amazing. You're a gem. Thank you so much. All right, we'll leave it there because this is a big session and there's a lot. I'm sure that everybody's made a lot of notes they've got to go back through now and implement. But if you think of anything else, then we'll jump on and do another video. But other than that, thank you so much, Taylor. I cannot thank you enough. I really appreciate your time, and I can't wait to see all of your results, guys.
Yay!